Hello class, this is the first of 3 videos that I am producing for week 5. Typically I only produce one video and then you get an accompanying video that was produced by the department. However, this is a very important week and I wanted to make sure the content was divided up evenly, so this is going to be the first of 3 videos. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Researched Argument Draft number 1. This is where you are starting your research paper. Make sure that you watch the other 2 videos. The second video will be the rundown for the week, where I talk a little bit about the readings as well as the assignments for the week. There is a third video this week where I will be going over some of the links that you can find over on eCourseware. So make sure that you watch all 3 of these videos, preferably on Mondays, so that you can start to take advantage of them and understand what it is that you need to be doing. So, for this video, Researched Argument Draft number 1. The overview. For the next major assignment, you are going to write the first draft. The first of 3 drafts of your researched argument. You are allowed to choose your own topic. However, the requirement is that you must involve Memphis in some way. Okay? So the topic is whatever you want it to be, but it must in some way be connected to Memphis. Your argument must in some way be connected to Memphis. As you choose your topic, make sure you choose something you are genuinely interested in, because you will be choosing a topic and you really won't be able to change it. Okay, once you turn that proposal in at the end of the week, you are basically getting married to your topic and there are no changes. You can adapt the topic, you might change the argument a little bit, but once you pick your topic, you are married to it for the semester. Okay? And keep in mind, you will be working with this topic in different forms. This first draft, the new media draft, which I will explain much later, and then the final written draft. That will be 35% of your grade. This first draft really doesn't say it here, but the first draft is 5% of your grade per the rules of the syllabus. Okay? Now there are some obvious choices like the Blues, Beale Street, Elvis, Barbecue, all that good stuff, which of course you are more than welcome to explore, but you can localize just about any topic you care about. For example, if you are interested in healthy eating, then you could do research on food deserts or school lunch programs in Memphis. If you are interested in business, then you might do research on FedEx or AutoZone and use that research to argue that Memphis is a great place to start a business. So the purpose, successful writing doesn't happen overnight. You'll be spending a great deal of time working on this assignment because not only are you writing the assignment, okay, but you are also researching. Writing is a slow process, and this assignment is the first of 3 that will help you develop whatever it is your argument. You are going to improve your writing process, learn to revise even better than you have before, and think about how arguments change when the genre or the audience changes. While this is the first draft of a much longer project, you should turn in something you are happy with and think is complete. Even if it is not the final draft, you are writing a full essay. After this, we will move to the new media writing project and then revise the written draft. The goal of this process is to help you understand 2 things. In order to produce your best writing, you need to revise, and revision requires space from your first draft. First drafts may seem complete when you finish writing, but generally first drafts can be improved with changes in organization, additional sources, and even changes in your rhetorical approach. That doesn't mean you should turn in something that you haven't worked hard on. Even though you will revise, this draft does receive a grade. It is 5% of your grade. I have never had a student who failed to turn in the first draft, then passed the course. Okay? And that's something I'm probably going to reiterate in a number of places. Okay, you need to take this first draft very seriously. The better you do on the first draft, the better you will likely do on the final draft, and the easier completing this project will be. Okay, so the process of developing your project. Okay, researchers do not begin with a thesis. You begin with a question, a hypothesis, or even just a hunch. Then you need to do the research to either answer their question or prove their hypothesis. You should do the same. You don't need to know what you want to argue yet. Before you know your argument, you need to know your topic. Okay? To help choose a topic, you need to read in your textbook, Choosing a Topic, which is on pages 45 through 48, and which you are writing your discussion board about this week. You need to do research and read about your topic, and that means reviewing over Researching Memphis, pages 75 through 90, also in Writing Memphis. After you have done your research, you can begin to develop your argument and figure out your thesis. Next, you should remember what you learned about developing arguments in the rhetorical analysis assignment. What is the situation? Who is your audience? How can they be persuaded? What kind of supporting evidence do you need in order to convince them? Are there places you can go or people you can interview to support your argument? Okay, even though primary research is not a requirement, okay, I would strongly encourage you to interview people yourself and do that level of research if you can find an expert in the field. Are there places you could go or people you can interview to support your argument? All right, I'm not sure if there are going to be a lot of places you can go in a time of COVID, okay, but you are strongly encouraged to still do interviews, either virtually or via email. Since you are writing about a topic related to Memphis, again, consider conducting interviews and do other primary research tactics. And then finally, you need to actually sit down and complete your draft. Okay, the submission will of course be done digitally via eCourseware. MLA citation and format are required. For specifics about this format, again, see the course syllabus and follow the assignments as you've been doing them for the entirety of the semester. The requirements are as follows. You need to have at least 6 pages written. This excludes the works cited page and will always exclude the works cited page. And the one thing I will say is if you expect to pass this paper, you want to get it as close to 6 pages as possible. Okay, if you turn in 3 or 4 pages, you are not going to do very well. Even if you turn in 5 pages, you're still probably not going to get the score that you want. Okay, I expect 6 fully written pages with an introduction, with body paragraphs, and with a conclusion. This must include 5 academic or government sources. Okay, other places on eCourseware discuss what an academic or government source is. Okay, you cannot use personal blogs. You cannot even necessarily use some of the newspapers and consider them to be academic or government sources. Okay, you need to find credible research, and that is why it's so important that you take advantage of the library's resources, either by using the databases or talking and working with the librarians. Again, you're following MLA format and picking a topic related to Memphis. Okay, the Writer's Workshop, where you will do a peer review on the discussion board, just like we did with the rhetorical analysis, that will take place during week 9 of the semester. The due date for this first draft will be Sunday, March the 21st at 11:59. Now, this is over a month away. Okay, as I'm recording this video, it's over a month away. You will be very surprised at how quickly this next month and a half goes. All right, I cannot emphasize the importance of this week 5 enough. The more work that you put in this week, the easier the next 4 weeks after are going to go. Okay, you should have at least a couple of sources by the end of this week, even before you officially turn in your proposal. Okay, but this video is something that you should be referring to frequently and watching if you need it. Okay, but these are the basic requirements. All right, so make sure you get started. Good luck and have a good week.